What is going on, everybody? This is the Sports Nerd coming at you live on this very lovely Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, wherever you are, Sunday morning, wherever you are. I even know if you guys are on, I don't know where you are, on the other side of the world, maybe. My name is the Sports Nerd here with a breaking news minute here within the National Football League, plus a very special announcement from my friend Noah Boelter here, which about how I will react to him in future shows here. But we will get to that by the end of the show. I want to give a quick shout out to you guys in the chat. Mahir, Cameron Hughes. See a couple of you guys already in there. But first of all, before we get into any other news here, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys enjoy what you guys are seeing, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe, maybe if you guys have not already, by hitting that subscribe button down below. And, of course, you see how that little bell next to you on the right side of it. Ring that bell to get notified of all my other videos. And make sure to share this with your friends on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, wherever you are, to let them know that everything is going on here on the channel and that this is some great content that they should be tuning into. But without further ado, let's get started with the news here. So, as you guys probably have already heard, Earl Thomas has now officially been released by the Baltimore Ravens after an argument with one of his teammates on the Baltimore Ravens at practice. So, what does this mean now? Obviously, he's a safety. He's primarily usually in a free safety position. But the thing that's very interesting about this is that I think that he is a person who he's a little bit on the older side, I think for sure, but he's 100% still able to play at a very high level. He was a first-round pick for a reason. He was a very good first-round pick. And even though, as I usually say about the Seahawks, they don't usually pick in the first round, but he was a guy who was the only Pro Bowler who's went in the first round for them since 2010. So what that means is I think that he's still a guy that can deliver on the field at whatever he is. Either there's that strong safety, which he was last year, obviously, and then, which I, of course, on Cameron Hughes did mention in the chat, but he also plays in a free safety position sometimes. So he can play at whatever position you can play available. So where do I think he will land? Obviously, I think there are a couple of places he could land here. First, as I hate to say this, my team, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs, defeated in the Super Bowl the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers already have Richard Sherman on their side. And, of course, I mean, their safeties are not the worst in the league. They're okay. But I think, though, they easily can improve somewhat in that safety position there. So I do think, though, that I think that they still have a shot at somewhat signing him if they want to. And also even if they need to sign him, he still probably will deliver to them. I think that he will probably still play at a very high caliber level and will be able to play probably for whatever position he needs to play at a safety position. Another position, which I think is a very weird position because this team already traded, actually not very weird, but a very reasonable way to think about this, because this team already traded away a safety to the Seattle Seahawks, Jamal Adams, of course, the New York Jets. The New York Jets gave away their strong safety, Jamal Adams, because, of course, he was not cooperating with them. He wanted to come out. He requested a trade. He obviously should not have done that. If I were the Jets, I think that he was the best player on that squad. They should have kept him. But as y'all know, he was traded to the Seattle Seahawks for 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick to the Jets. And here's why I think that they could sign him here. They need help at a safety position. They have Bradley McDougall. That's what they do have already. But you really think that's all they have at safety? I mean, not all they have. Do you really think that that's what they should settle for at safety? They can help out there by signing him. All right? Here's what I think is the real key here. The Jets are a team that is a rebuilding team. Number one, they already have the first-round picks. However, because they have the first-round picks from the Seattle Seahawks, no matter what way the Seahawks play, however they pronounce, they don't get the first-round pick. The Jets do. So they're not going to, I don't think, need to worry about, unless there's a high safety available, drafting a safety if they sign him here. Number two, it's a team that is a little bit out of the known, I mean, because the Jets are not a winning team. They're a rebuilding team. They have a team that has not had a lot of winning seasons for a very long time now. But what I do think is a very key part to this is that Earl Thomas is a person that I think will want to play. He's not really said otherwise what place he wants to play at. So I think that he could easily sign there because I think that the Jets still need help at safety. I think that they easily can pay him. They still have the cap space, I think, to pay him. But I also think that that's one of those teams that I think can probably play well at. I think he still will learn that defense. They have a very good – Greg Williams is a very good coach, all right? Defensive coach. And I think that he will be able to learn that that system very well, and he can play well in that system. The last and final position I think that he could probably be in is a team that I think a lot of people have already said, and I think you guys will already agree with me here, and that is, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. This is a team I hope he does not go to. That's all I say, because look at the defense right now for the Dallas Cowboys. Their defensive line is stacked. The last thing I want to deal with right now is another high-caliber safety to go be signed or traded, to be signed. Signed or traded is what I meant to say, with the Dallas Cowboys, because I think that he is a person that if he is signed with the Cowboys right now, that defense will be a defense to watch out for. They have a very good defensive line with, of course, Lawrence and a couple other guys on that side. And they also got a safety position in Earl Thomas if he signs, which I think will definitely affect him. And then if you top it all together, they could possibly have the most threatened defense in the league. They probably might have one of the best ones. So obviously, plus also on that side, the Seahawks are also playing in there. They could be playing them this year. They're not playing. They're playing them this year. So I think it's a really, really unfortunate. You better hope that he's not going to be in an NFC team. You don't want to sign him with the Niners. You don't want him to sign with the Cowboys for sure. Because those two teams, they got two very good defensive lines and two very good defenses already. So if you just add Earl Thomas to that side, he will be making up one of, if not the best defenses in the league. So I think this is a very key person you need to watch out for where he signs, because this can very much tell who will have a very strong defense in 2020, because this will also determine, is their safety position going to be better than before? Will it be the same? It will be determine so many different things throughout what will happen there. But before I do wrap this up, let me know also in the chat right now, because I want to know, what team do you hope he signs with, or if he signs at all? Do you want him to sign with an AFC team, an NFC team, or no team at all? Let me know exactly what you want to do. There's three tiers to this: an AFC team, an NFC team, or no tier at all. Which one do you want me to do? I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to tell me then, and then I'll look in the chat in a little bit after I make this very cool upcoming announcement. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell if you guys enjoy this video also, just to make sure it helps me out very well as a YouTuber and show some love to all the other content that goes around the channel. I do roundtables, I do everything. But here's something I really want to know. I think you guys are going to really be interested in this. So I just got off a very cool FaceTime call with Noah Boelter. Here's what he said to me. Obviously, you guys know what I do on this channel. Every single Saturday that I do, I react to his show. Now, that isn't going to change. That is for sure. But it may be cutting down, first of all. I'm just going to have to get out the way. It may not be 100% be on there every single Saturday, because I am starting school tomorrow, for those of y'all who do not know. So I will be getting a lot more work than I already have for the majority of this summer that I've had. So I'm not going to have as much free time, of course. I'm not going to really be available during the week a lot to upload, just because I am going to have a lot of work to deal with. And then, of course, the weekends I will be. Of course, Saturday will be our roundtable, which I will discuss in a minute. But he said to me there is some stuff during the show that we do not usually discuss from of course, the show, because he's obviously writing out the show. He's hosting the show. He, of course, is also giving his opinions also sometimes. So he's not obviously looking at everything. But what he did tell me, he wanted me to be the sort of news update for the show. Obviously, because he's running the show. He's not paying attention a lot. He's obviously running the show from topic to topic, make sure everything goes smoothly, make sure that there's no technical difficulties. He's making the thumbnails. He's doing everything for the show. But what he wants me to do is of course, to give him, like, maybe text him or so for the news that comes up. Because what he thinks is, he really agrees with me in what I said on the video before, is that we should really focus on the breaking news that happens. Because that's the stuff that is very fresh in everyone's mind, because the news just breaks. So what I think is, what he wants me to do is, of course, to text him like on the phone or Snapchat him or something like that, which I actually do not even have a Snapchat, just letting you guys know. But he wants me to let him, like, by texting him, those news updates when they break, because obviously that's when, of course, everything is fresh in everyone's mind. There's, of course, like, when trades happen, when free agent signings happen, like, all that stuff, everyone's going to want us to talk about it. So this is why I think he wants me to do that. And it could basically be like an Ian Rappaport sort of thing. Like, basically, I text him in, and then he tells me that you can either deliver like a 1-minute short news segment on the Skype call if you want me to, or do something like that just to get the news out or to transition to the topic later on in the show. So, expect that in future shows. I will be doing the live streaming as much as I can, but I also, if I don't do it then, I will always do a post-thought show on it then, because I am going to be doing my roundtable discussion also on Saturday. So let's just make this clear. I'm probably not going to do the reaction, because I'm just going to do my post-thoughts, do that, and then we'll just do the roundtable that day, because that way I'm not pressuring I at least have some time to do my work with school, and then I'm not overly pressured to upload on one day. So it's going to be like a post-thoughts on the show. I'll be updating him with topics because he wants me to do that, and then the roundtable that day. That's what I think that Saturday will do, and that will go through probably football season, unless the schedule changes for if they move games to Friday, Saturday, and not just Sunday. So that's it. Just wanted to get that out there for everybody to know. I see a lot of you guys in the chat. If you guys have any final questions before I wrap this up in about 5-10 minutes here, if you guys have any questions, you guys can put in the chat about what I just said. You guys can let me know, and I'll obviously take them. Of course, I know basketball going on right now. Of course, the Sixers Celtics still going on. Celtics trying to end the series, and at this moment, the Celtics are, of course, winning this with about 7 minutes left in the corner in the game to wrap up this series. And of course, tonight we have a very crucial game 3 here tonight. 2 crucial game 3s. One coming up at 12:30 Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern, and then one at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We have the Mavs and the Clippers coming up at 12:30 Pacific time with a pivotal game 3. Luka will be playing, so that is definitely something that you guys should keep an eye on. And then, of course, tonight will be the game 3 of the Nuggets and the Jazz, a pivotal game 3 with the Jazz up 2-1. Very interesting there. But any other questions here about the news from Noah Boelter, the Earl Thomas opinion, any other questions and non-sports related, let me know, and I'll get a few of them out here. I'll wrap this up in about 5 minutes here. So, let's see. Last day summer. Yeah, today is the last day summer for me, Ori. That is for sure. Nick is 10 days. That's good. All right. So, also, let me know in the chat just to confirm. Really quickly. Actually, no, never mind. I already asked before what days you guys start school. You guys can post in the chat if you want. when you want to start school. When you start school, just so I know when you guys are going to be available. So that would be that. But primarily weekends will be the upload times for this channel starting this week. So that's that. Do you want Earl to sign with the Chiefs? That's a good question, actually. Safety is not my priority right now. Obviously, running back is something I'm a little worried about for this year. Of course, Damien Williams, the opt-out. I think Hilaire will perform very well, but I'm just a little skeptical on how that will turn out. But I won't mind if he signs with the Chiefs, but it's not the biggest priority. So I don't necessarily don't want him to. I won't mind if he does, but it's not the biggest priority for me right now because I think our safety position is very well rounded right now with, of course, Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, Daniel Sorensen, Juan Thornhill. Of course, we got some veterans on our side. So I don't think he will add a veteran to the game, to the side, but we already have a little bit of veterans, I think. So it's not the biggest priority right now. I emailed. All right, let's take a couple email questions here. I got about a couple minutes till I wrap this up because I got something to go to. Got to prep myself for tomorrow. It's that. Let's see. What have people emailed me? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right. How do I make mods on my channel? So the easiest way to make a mod is for when someone comments on your channel, you can just go over to it'll have when you go to the comment section of your channel. In the YouTube Studio section of your channel, you will see oh my god, that's loud. Okay, you will see 3 dots, and then you click on that, and it'll say add this user as a moderator. That's the easiest way to do it. But in this live stream, pretty much everyone is a mod right now. So if I just say, Nick, I'm going to use you as Cameron, I'll use you as an example really quickly. If I hit remove moderator now, then you're no longer a moderator. But then if I go to the stream chat right now, and there's 3 dots next to the stream, what you can do is, this is the easiest way to do it. It'll have add moderator at the bottom, and then that will be that. So now you're back as a moderator now, Cameron. Just use you there as an example. So any final questions? Of course, school schedule starts tomorrow. Next roundtable will be next Saturday. Seahawks Martin, if you're watching right now, I am interested of getting you here on the roundtable. So if you want to, please privately Skype chat me, and I will get you on there. So that'll be that. Next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, we're going to go with the roundtable. Of course, again, we're going to be talking, of course, we're going to briefly touch on the Earl Thomas discussion again. Then we're going to go into any other big news that goes on then. So we'll do that again. So I'm going to wrap this up in 2 minutes. Any final questions, email me, and I'll take them very quickly. I see that Ori again. 2 questions here. I'm just going to take this for you guys. Seahawks versus 49ers, who would you root for? Oh, by far the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, they're not my favorite team. I don't have a second favorite team. But if I had to root for one of those 2, it would definitely be the Seahawks. No way am I rooting for the Niners. No way. All right? First of all, whoops, I see someone's calling me. All right, good. Anyway, so obviously, yes, the Niners. Not the Niners. Obviously, the Seahawks. Because, first of all, we beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. You want me to root for the team that we beat in the Super Bowl? I want that team to keep failing, first of all. So, yeah, easily the Seahawks over the Niners, that's for sure. And then he also asked me, what's your favorite hobby besides sports? Playing video games. My biggest hobby besides sports, I really love talking video games. I love watching movies and video games. Obviously, I love Disney Plus. I watched The Mandalorian pretty much. I've watched that season already 8 times already. It's a great season. Season 2 coming out in October, by the way. That's something else to put on your calendar there. But yeah, movies and watching movies and watching video game segments of new game announcements. If there are like anything that related, will be that. But it's about 12:30 right now. I know you guys are going to get to lunch pretty soon. I got a game. I got to finish setting up for my school tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up here. If you guys did, once again, enjoy this stream, enjoy this update, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notified of all my other videos. Share this video out with your friends so that way they know what's going on this channel. Of course, roundtable next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. 5 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Pacific, and then with the latest NFL news, and then another trivia contest. We're going to have Nick on. We're going to get Rishi. I'll try and get Mahir on if you're available, and then potentially even Martin could be on here as well. I'll try and get him on here too, but a couple other guests. But one more question I will answer is Ori, how are you going to do in-person learning? I am not starting with in-person learning. I actually did end up changing, so I am not going to be starting with in-person learning. But hopefully by Labor Day or so, I will be heading back. So we'll be like social distancing, wearing masks, all that stuff. So that's it. Remember, like, subscribe, ring that bell if you guys have not done so already. Share this video out with your friends. Make sure they know what's going on here. Next roundtable next Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with all the latest NFL news and trivia contests. So until next time, my name is the Casey Sports Nerd. Have yourselves a great rest of your weekend. If you guys are starting school tomorrow, good luck to all in a great school year. And I'll talk to you guys in the next broadcast. Take care, stay safe, and go Cheese and go Cougs.